Welcome to Life with David. I'm David, and today I just replaced my refrigerator water filter. The water flow through the old filter was good, and the water tasted great, but since it was 18 months old, I felt guilted into replacing it. The manufacturer's recommended replacement interval is every 6 months or 200 gallons. These suckers are expensive too. I've been buying the name brand filter and they go for $30 each. Do I really need to replace these every 6 months? So why don't you join me while we find out how gunked up this filter got since I used it 3 times longer than recommended. I'd like to spend a moment on safety. There's nothing more important than keeping you and your loved ones safe. Be sure to read, understand, and follow the safety rules for your tools and electronic gear. Using your tools properly will greatly reduce the risk of personal injury. And always use the appropriate eye, hearing, and respiratory personal protective equipment. Now let's get started. This is an LG LT700P replacement cartridge for Kenmore and LG refrigerators. The water enters the filter through the outside ring of the concentric connection and leaves through the inner ring. It is made of heavy plastic. It should be a piece of cake to cut into with a hacksaw. I'm not going to cut all the way through, but rather just through the outer shell. Let's speed this up. The shell is cut, but not all the way through. Time to bring out the heavy artillery to crack it open. The bottom is off, but the filter element is still held in place by the outlet water connection. Time to get rid of that. I was expecting a lot more crud in this filter. The filter element has 2 basic parts, essential charcoal-like core and a paper pre-filter. The large particles are captured by the paper filter, and the charcoal is for taste and smaller impurities. The paper is slightly discolored on the outside, but it is white in the middle and the inside. There is no visible difference between the covered and uncovered parts of the charcoal filter. Other than the discoloration of the paper filter, it looks new. Let's examine it under the microscope. After all, what fun is it to have a microscope if you don't use it? There was a little overlap on the paper filter. This gives us a good opportunity to compare the colors between the exposed and covered surface. You can see that the exposed surface is a little more yellow than the covered surface, but that discoloration is only 1 layer thick. Now we will look at the charcoal element. This shows the outer edge of the element where the water enters. I don't see any visible filter blinding. However, that doesn't really tell if the filter element is good or not. The charcoal filter is supposed to remove the nasty smells and tastes in the water. You can see from this shot that the charcoal material is very soft and bound together with fibrous material, maybe wood. My takeaway from this examination is that our refrigerator almost doesn't need a filter. Our water comes from Lake Erie and has been rated as one of the best tasting in the nation. I can probably get away with stretching the filter replacement interval to 2 years or longer. I'll wait until the water flow is noticeably lower or the water taste gets funky during algae season. However, if your water is higher in minerals or has a little odor, replacement more often might be prudent. Let your nose, tongue, and water flow be your guide. I would suggest you cut into your old filter after you replace it to see how much crud it collects, and then you can adjust your replacement schedule. Thank you for joining me today. I thought it was interesting digging into that used refrigerator water filter. I'm not going to feel guilty about not replacing it every 6 months anymore. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If not, give it a thumbs down. And leave a comment or suggestion for things to do. I hope to do more of these videos, so please subscribe and click on the bell for notifications of new videos. Let's get together next time for another day in Life with David. See you soon!